Product manager helps define the what and the why. What are we building? Why are we building it? And who are we building it for?
This feeling is so common. The role of a product manager, or PM for short, can feel a little fuzzy from the outside. So let's clear it up. What exactly is it? All right, first up, what even is a product manager? Well, at their heart, you can really think of them as the storytellers and the central connection point of a tech team. Their job is to make sure everyone is on the same page, headed in the same direction. Okay, so here's the textbook definition. The PM is basically the hub of a wheel. They're the ones connecting all the spokes. Engineering, design, marketing, you name it. And here's the key thing. They don't actually manage the people. Nope. They manage the product and its journey. And this is absolutely crucial. It's not just about managing tasks or timelines. The PM's real job is to build a powerful story, a narrative that gets the whole company excited and aligned on why this work matters and how it's going to help the business win. So now that we have a sense of what a PM is, let's talk about what they actually do. The day usually starts with a pretty specific routine, kind of like taking the product's pulse. That first hour of the day is often all about reacting and getting a lay of the land. PMs are glued to their dashboards, checking on key metrics, especially that one big one, the North Star metric. That's the single number that really shows if your product is delivering value. If anything looks weird, it's their job to raise the alarm and start figuring out why. After that initial data dive, the teamwork begins. And 9 times out of 10, it kicks off with this very specific, very important meeting. Stand-up is super quick, usually just 15 minutes, and it's all about one thing: alignment. The whole team syncs up by answering these 3 simple questions. And this isn't about reporting to a boss, not at all. It's a promise to each other and a chance to tackle problems head on. And boom, this quote shows you exactly why stand-up is so powerful. A blocker is just anything stopping someone from doing their job. Stand-up is where those things pop up immediately, so the PM and the team can jump on a solution right away before a tiny hiccup turns into a 2-week delay. Okay, so beyond those daily check-ins, the PM has this much bigger responsibility, guiding a feature from a fuzzy idea into something real that people can actually use. Let's see how that works. The whole journey is usually broken down into these 4 phases. A PM is like a guide, shepherding an idea through each and every stage, all the way from, what's the problem here, to a full-blown launch. It all begins here, in the discovery phase. This is purely about empathy. It's about digging in and truly getting to the heart of a user's pain points. The goal is to ask the right questions, not just jump to conclusions. And that discovery work can look like a lot of different things. One day, a PM might be interviewing users face-to-face. The next, they're sifting through customer support messages, looking for patterns, or even just seeing what the competition is up to. It's all about one thing: understanding the user's world inside and out. So, once you've done all that research, you have to actually make sense of it. That's the define phase. This is where all that fuzzy information starts turning into a real, solid plan. And this right here is one of the most important things a PM will ever create. The PRD, or Product Requirements Document, becomes the single source of truth for the entire team. It clearly lays out what problem we're solving, who we're solving it for, and what success will look like. It's the blueprint, basically. And now we get to the part everybody thinks about: actually building the thing. This is where the blueprint, that PRD, finally starts turning into real code that people can click on. So how does the work actually get done? Well, in most tech companies, it's through something called a sprint. The PM comes to sprint planning with a prioritized list of what to do, and the team agrees on a chunk of work they can finish in the next couple of weeks. They slice up big features into these tiny, manageable bits called user stories, and it creates this really steady, predictable pace of progress. But a PM's job isn't all documents and meetings about process. A massive part of the role, maybe the most critical part, is just constant, relentless communication. A PM's calendar can look pretty crazy, but the meetings usually fall into 2 big categories. You've got the project-specific ones, like grabbing an analyst to figure out some data, and then you have the strategic ones, making sure executives and other leaders totally get the why behind what the team is doing. And seriously, the list just keeps going. From debating the exact shade of blue for a button in a design review, to pitching a huge new idea to get buy-in, to just having a simple one-on-one to build trust, the PM is the facilitator for all of it, just keeping the wheels turning. So, after seeing all these different pieces of the puzzle, you have to ask the big question: who actually succeeds in a role like this? What's the secret sauce? I think this quote just nails it. Every day is different. New problems, new data, new opportunities are always popping up. So if you love variety and you're cool with constant change, well, you'll definitely never be bored. When you look at these skills, you start to see what this job is really about. It's not about being the loudest person in the room with all the answers. It's about building trust. It's about listening way more than you talk. And it's about being that one person who can connect all the dots for everybody else. That credibility, it's the currency a PM runs on. Takes forever to build, and you can lose it in an instant. So, from the morning data deep dive to the big picture storytelling, a product manager's day is this crazy mix of numbers, empathy, and just nonstop talking. It's a job that sits smack in the middle of everything, trying to turn chaos into something valuable. The only question left is, does that sound like the right role for you?